Welcome. Using this demo, we will present to you one of the possible usages of our product T-Logic Monitoring for SOA, abbreviated to T-MON. T-MON is a central log handling tool having the main function to process the log messages arriving from individual components of processes spanning multiple systems and to display those in an easy-to-interpret way even for business users. This way, it is possible to monitor on the T-MON interface the statuses of individual process instances, where, in which component they ran on error, respectively how much time they spent in the individual components. Due to its functions, T-MON can be used efficiently for debugging in production or during integration testing, respectively for creating and displaying statistics for audit or other purposes. In this example, let's consider the complex SOA system of a fictive bank where the components and services send XML-based log messages to the logging service, following the hierarchy implemented when planning the logging and based on the correct logging methodology. In the demo, we will review the possibilities for debugging based on received log messages and the flexibility of the interface that originates from its different tasks. Let's imagine ourselves now in the place of a bank employee who is responsible for verifying money transfers and continuously monitors this. Obviously, she would like to see only the processes related to this, so she has the possibility to define a filter. Let's define this. We select the field Action ID because this refers to the process type, the equal operator, and because the identificator of the money transfer is money_transfer, this is what we specify as parameter. Applying the filter, we can see that the panel contains only the processes related to money transfer. Following this, we have the possibility to analyze these processes. Let's consider the first process, which is a coverage checking process and has several steps. Selecting this, we can see in the process steps panel that within this there was a customer identification, a coverage checking, and an amount transfer, and in case of the amount transfer, 3 log messages can be seen in the messages panel. Usually, in practice, we use much more complex filters, therefore it must be highlighted that filters can be saved, and there is also a possibility for sharing them if the Available for Everyone box is checked. Saving the filters can be performed from the menu as well. Let's save the filter under the name My Filter. As a filter available for everyone. It often happens that we want to perform the filtering not only from the process hierarchy level, but on the logical level of process steps. For example, an operations employee is responsible only for a given service or group of services. If we want to verify only the process steps, we can do that by switching to the appropriate view, Process Details. Let's refresh the panel. The same filtering possibilities are available to us in this view of the application that we are already used to in case of processes. If we would like to see only the process steps related to coverage checking, this can be done using the quick filter defined for the process step identificator, module ID, specifically entering here the identifier of the coverage checking, which is cover_checking. Now the panel is refreshed and displays only the intended items. The application refreshes periodically the information corresponding to the set filter, so the error monitoring is effected. The system is able to send alerts as well, in the form of SNMP traps or CEI messages. This way, it can be connected to existing monitoring tools as well. As a summary, let's mention that the interface of the application is configurable. The necessary views and settings are stored in the configuration respectively in the database, so it can be easily customized to individual requirements. The configuration also contains the database connections, the relations originating from the hierarchy, the quick filters, and the display settings, for example, the coloring.